this video to upload to the group, and it'll pretty much explain how the board works. And we're going to start out. This here is my particular follow me site. Welcome, Carmelita Williams, follow me 63. So this is how your site would look as well. And when you join, you won't see these different names here, retired, and things like that, because these are the people that was on the board when I first joined. And I just want to go through each one of them to show you how, when I first joined, each step that it took for me to be where I am now. So when you join, when you come into this and create your username and get activated, you'll be able to go to your site like this. And so when you join, you will click on join the $25 board. This is how you join the board. You click on it. I guess it does want to open up. Oh, it's coming. It's getting there. So this is what the board will look like when you first join. And whoever it is your inviter will be, you would click on the side where your inviter is at. So being that this is my board, the person would always come in under me, and they would get two boxes. So you would click on a box, and when you click on it under your own website, then your username will show up right there. Then it'll go from there to another page telling you to gift the person that's in the senior position. And so this one here, it won't be activated until you gift this position. And once you gift it, then this will become activated again, and you can press it. So everyone that comes into this platform will get 2 boxes, each one. So you'll see everyone has 2 usernames. Black Meat happened to be my inviter, and also this is the person that's in the senior position. And how this board works is that it goes from the levels like in high school. Your first level down here would be freshmen, and then you would go to the second level with sophomore, and from sophomore to junior, and from junior you graduate to senior. And senior is a position everyone on the board wants and will get to as we fill these positions down here. So when you invite someone, 2 people, now you would invite your 2 people. One will take 2 spots, 2 boxes, and the other person will take 2 boxes. That's your 2 people. Each person comes in and get 2 boxes. Okay? Now, being that this is the board that I joined under, so anytime you join under a board for the first time, the second half of the board will have nothing to do with you. These are the people that was on the board when you joined their board. See, when you come in, you always join someone else's board. And so these people here are responsible for 5, 6, 7, 8. Then once you graduate and become the senior or go to the next level, then your name would appear on here twice, but not until you get to that point. Okay, I just want to show you the progression, how I got started. This is the board just showing you how you join it. You click the $25 box, and then you go to the you pay the person that's in the senior position. So anyway, long story short, let me show you the first board that I joined on. This is it here. This was my very first board when I came in September the 20th, and then I actually joined the board on the 25th. So all of these people here were on the board already when I joined. these 4 spots, 5, 6, 7, 8, they were empty. So they told me to click on 5 and 6. Those would be my boxes, 5 and 6. I would say about the next day, 7 and 8 was filled. Someone brought 7 and 8 in, which is black men. Because anytime a person is in the sophomore position, they are in control or left up to them to bring whomever in this spot here. Black mink. See, he owns these 2 here. So whoever he bring in, that's who would go there. No one else can just show up like that, like I thought before. I was in a hurry because I thought someone would hurry up and jump in these spots, or especially these 2. And that's not the case. I found out that this person that's in the sophomore position, this is their 2 people. 1 here and 1 here. So that took the burden off of rushing when I found that out. Okay, and then I want to show you the next board. Now that board there, when I came in and the other 2 came in, the board closed and retired. And then another board opened up. I just want to show you the progression. And yours is going to take this, you're going to follow the same sequence as you see in here. Now I was in 5 and 6, right? So about 3 days later, September the 28th, you see I moved up to another position. I'm in the sophomore position. And the lady that was next to me, now she's here. So once folks start coming on, it doesn't take long to fill a board up. Not at all. So she brought her 2 in, and then Linda also brought her second person in that gets 2 slots. Here is me. See, when I came on, I have to wait till I get to sophomore position in order to bring my 2 in. And your 2 always follow behind you. So this is my 2, Chip 76 and My Hustle. Those are my 2. And each one of them get 2 slots. Okay, so let's see what happened on the next board. And once these boards are filled, they retire and then they split. Okay, man, it's moving pretty quick. We're at 10-9. October the 9th here. October the 9th. Look where my name is at. I done moved up. See, and you're going to do the same thing. As we bring our 2 people on, that pushes us up to this senior position. So Black Mink, he had 2, he was here and he was here. Now once the board retires and split, he's here, and on another board he's in the senior position as well. And we all going to go through that same rotation. So now I'm in the position number 1 and number 2. So Chip 76, he brought his 2 people in. He brought this person in. This is considered 1 person, 1 and 2. And he brought this person in, Free to Be Me. That's 1 person taking 2 slots. And being that My Hustle was one of my personal invites, then he's on this side next to Chip. And then he brought his 2 people in, Ray Smitty 26 and Jones Defina 00. Okay, that's filled. The board retires and it splits. And it has to split because it allows this person and this person to be in the senior position on 2 different boards. That's the reason why it has to retire and it has to split. It allows others to continue to come on. So let's go to the next level and see where we are. Did I do this one here? I think I did. But anyway, let's go to this one. So you always can backtrack on the previous boards to see what was going on. Okay, let's see here. Okay, so this here, this is a different board. This is when I first got started, but someone else is in the senior position. So this is pretty much him going to his senior position and showing the people that were under him. You see Black Mink is way down here, so that board doesn't really it really don't count. It's someone else's board. Now look at me again. Follow me 63. Let's see what that board looks like. All right, this is my second board. That first board you seen, that was my first board. This is my second board. Everyone going to have two boards. On the first board, I'm in the senior position. On the second board, I'm in the senior position. Follow me 63. And I stay in that position until all these slots are filled. And then the board will retire, and the board will retire and it will split. So right now, we're waiting on Jones Defina. She's to get 2 and to get 2. But being in this platform that we're on in the group, we're pretty much using from who's in the group. And what I do sometimes is pull others on the outside and ask them to join the group, because I don't want this to be your obligation to go out looking and talking to people about this, because most of them don't believe, and you have to have an ear to hear to even be a part of this. But when I heard it, I liked it, I joined it, and this is where I am now. So we'll need 2 people right here, 5 and 6, 7 and 8. One person get these 2, the second person get these 2. If you'd like to be a part of it, join. These boxes are open and waiting on you, and it just take a leap of faith and it'll happen. Let's see what's on this board. This here is someone that was okay. Well, I definitely didn't pass this up. This is after the board split. It opened up another board for this person to be in position. So it's okay with that. Let's see what the last one. Oh, okay. So this person here, he was on the board too when I joined, but this is the $100 board. Let's see what this looks like. Okay, this is the $100 board. He gets 2 of them. This is one of them is split and closed. So what I found out is that this whole board here was filled except these 2 spots, 5 and 6. And I found out that they were there waiting on me to come on. But something happened where I was expected to come here way before my time, and I wasn't going to join this board right away. It was a miscommunication somehow, because usually you don't come to this until both of your boards retire, then you come over here. But it was a misunderstanding, and I thought about it for a few days, and I said, well, I'll just come in ahead of time, but it won't be like that for the next board and the next board. You all just going to have to wait. Everyone have to wait on each other dealing with this here. As much and fast as we want this board to flow, it's not going anywhere until everyone do their part. Bring their 2 people in so the board can retire and then split. All right? So this is the $100 board. I am on the $100 board. So the second board like this, let's see this here. I think this is the second board. But this is the other person's second board for the $100 level. Oh yeah, okay. Now see, I was down on 5 and 6, right? And this is the notice. This is the $100 board. This is a $100 board. So as you see these boxes here empty, this is my $100 board, and pretty much I'm just waiting on my 2 people to retire their board. As soon as their board is retired, then my side will split. I don't necessarily have to wait on this lady here to get her 2 people. I can go ahead of her, and this will still split. So I'm waiting on Chip 76 will get these 2 spots, and then my hustle. So what they would have to do to get these spots, they have to come in and join the $100 board with $200. And when they join it with $200 here, and then my hustle would do $200 here, because we're on the $100 board and you have 2 spots, so you give 100 2 times, and then that gift would go up to the person that's in position. It's really like starting the rotation all over again. This is the person was right here when I first joined the $25 board, and it'll be like this on each level. When you get to the after this level would be the $500 level. So it's going to work the same way on each level. The one thing I really want to make note of is that when you decide to join this board, that this is we want to take this serious, because when you come into the community here, you want to make sure that, which I'll be explaining that on the gifting levels, gifting in the $25 board, $100, $500, $1,000, $3,000. I want to explain it to you. I'm not going to take the time to do it right now. This is pretty much about the boards, explaining the boards. So one thing that they say you never do, and that is you'll never decide, well, they taking too long, I'm going to just jump ahead and go to the $100 board or the $500 board. You never ever want to do that. And the reason for that, this is very important, is because, see, if you go to the $100 board before your time and don't follow your inviter, you'll find yourself over there by yourself. And there's no one up under you to push you up, because this is how we get to the top. Those underneath that we brought in, and as more come in, it pushes us up to the senior position and also to the next board. So if you jump over your inviter and decide you want to go to the $100 board, it may be some people over there, but there's no one up under you to help push you up, and you'll just be stuck there. So you never want to do that. Always follow your inviter. My inviter is Black Mink right here, and I never want to go ahead of him. We all going in together. And let's see, another thing I want to make mention of is, really, once you join the community and want to get on a board, you have to be activated. So you would message me and let me know you have a person that want to join the board after they come into the community, and I'll get them activated. And because I have an activation link now, I went through a lot of little ins and out to get this. I wanted it so bad because I don't have to go to admin to activate my people, and it takes them a long time. So I had a guy in the Telegram group to show me how to do it. Now I have my own activation link, because you will notice on your site you don't have an activation link, but you can get one. Anyone can get one. And the reason why we need this is because the founder of this company only would accept the $10 in Bitcoin. So if you don't have Bitcoin, most likely none of us does, then you go to your Cash app and you are able to get this activation link. And this is really especially good for people that have a team. If it's just you by yourself, you don't have to worry about getting an activation tab on your website. You just come into the community, into the group, and you can make it known that you have someone that you want them to be activated. I'll put their username right here, submit, then it'll ask me a question. Are you sure that you want to activate this person's username? And when I say yes, then your name would appear here or wherever you came in. So that's that. And then I want to make note of sometimes this computer is slow. I guess it don't know what to do, huh? Oh, it's trying. Okay. Sometimes it's just the internet. Oh, I hope I didn't log my... No, I didn't. Okay. Another important thing is that for everyone to put their gifting preference under your profile. You want to make sure that you do that. And I'm just going to show you here. These are my gifting preferences: Cash App, Zelle, PayPal, and NetSpend. Okay, make sure you update that, because if anyone join up under you, they won't know how to get the funds to you. So that's important. Also, I never brought out the point that about this gift form. The people that you are gifting, you could give them a letter saying that you gift this person a certain amount of dollars and put their username in here and submit it. And once you do that, I'm just going to recipient's name, username. Okay, what can I use? Let's use, just for example, so you can see. What you can play with it yourself. This is what the letter would look like. To Carl Smith from Carmelita Williams, care of Carmelita Williams, gifting statement and NS forms. Okay, it's real simple. You can take the time and go to it and read over it. Sometimes this is good to have. You would type your name in here and type it here. Put your signature here and type your name here, whichever. And this here will be sent to the person. This is good for people that's really making real big monies. I guess by the time you get to the 4th and 5th level, you will be getting quite a bit of monies. It's good to have because these funds have to go into an account. And sometimes they may want to question, anything over $10,000. Sometimes they want to question, oh, well, where did this come from? And maybe falsely accuse you, but you'll have proof that this was a gift. So that's what that's all about. Okay, let's see. Can I think of anything else? I'm going to do one video at a time. The last video that I did, I pretty much put 2 in 1. The board, explaining the board and the gifts. But I'm not going to do it like that. I'm going to do this here like I just did. And then I'm going to do a video on how you're gifted all up to $54,000, and each one of us can benefit from that. I also want to make note, this is very, very, very important. You notice that I changed the group to private. It was public. That was just to get a good start and get exposure. But I did that on purpose, and then until a certain time I'll make the group private. But I want you to be very conscious of the people that you bring in and invite, because this is a private community. We're pretty much gifting to people that we know, love, and trust. We're not using our link to spread all over Facebook to try to get people, because you never want to do that. You only use your link 2 times, and that's to get the 2 people. No, you only use it, you use it 2 times, and that's to get your 2 people. Once you get your 2 people, that's it. You never put anyone else under your link. You never sign another person up under your username. Once you're in, you're in. Once your 2 is invited, they are on the board, and that's it. It's pretty much working toward anyone coming up under you. You get your 2, and then your 2 gets 2. And we're pretty much filling them in, from the group. Hopefully and prayerfully that you guys see the bigger picture and join, because that's what makes it work. If it's something you don't believe in, or you want to ask a question, it does work if we work it. So I want to mention also something else I believe is very important, is that once you join the board, I would really, really like you to consent to going through each of these stages, and not just going through them, but gifting back. See, once you join the $25 board, you'll have to give so much amount of money to the second board, and then go back and gift this board too. And I would really like you to consent to do that, because if you get on the board and you decide, well, hey, this is all I want to make, or I don't want to make anymore. See, and that's what makes it work, because those that are following you and those that are behind you are affected by your decision. So I can't really see anyone joining like the $500 board and say, well, I want out. Then you leaving a lot of money on the table. I'm not saying it can't be done, but if that's something you want to do, I would really like for you to get in touch with me so we can work it out and fill that position. We can't afford to leave it open, because if we leave it open, then the board will not move. Everyone will be sitting there waiting and waiting. So we want to do something about it. If it's to the point you just don't want to go any higher, then if you would submit your password to us so we can fill that spot and see what we can do about it, because funds is going to be missing. It's a certain amount supposed to go to the next level and the next level, and to opt out of it and walk away, it would be defeating the purpose and joining the board, and it would affect those that are on the board that came in under you and those that are ahead of you. So I want you to keep that in mind. This is serious. This is nothing to play with. If you're serious about making this cash up to $54,000, you can do it. But we want you to have a mindset. We want you to be a person that's in control, that you'll get the money, and it's not going to kill you to take and go to the next board and then gift back into the board you just left off of. This is very important. And also, just another note, and that'll end this video, is that anytime you join or invite your 2 people and they join, their name is always going to come here at the bottom, your invitees. See, I only have 2 invitees. This here, Carl was on here twice. That was a mistake, because when I told the lady that he had registered, she couldn't find it. So in my mind, I'm thinking, well, maybe I didn't register him, and I went to do it over again. So that's how he ended up on here twice. But under each one of our members that joined this board, once you get your 2 people, then those are the 2 that's going to end up here. Those going to always be your invitees. It was something else I wanted to make a note of. Man, it just left my mind. That is, I did mention it, but I want to mention it again about, if it's someone that you want to come on this platform with you, you can invite them, because this is pretty much centered around private, personal people that we know. So, but being that I'm the one that's kind of helped bringing people and putting them under you, it's really no one but my family and some friends. We all coming up under each other. But if you say, well, I don't want you to give me anyone, I have my sister and my mother or so that'll join me, then that's fine, because that'll be the persons that will follow you through all the way to the $3,000 board. But we all in this together, whether you know us or not. I didn't know Black Mink. I didn't know these people here, but I'm on the board and I'm following them. So it's okay if you have someone under you that you don't know. But if the person that's following you and you want them to be on your team, you can invite those 2. If you want to just inbox me or message me that you want to get on the board, I'll send you a link and you'll sign up. And then the other person will sign up under a different link, okay? Because it's only 2 people per link. Well, I think that's it for now. My mouth is getting dry again. But if you have any questions, feel free to message me. I would like for you to interact in the group, make comments. I can see that you are checking the posters out, but make a comment. Let's communicate. All right, I created this for us to have fun going up there. You don't need to be in the background shaking and wondering, is this something I want to do. It's like the more I talk, the more I can talk. Because things is just coming to my mind as I'm saying bringing out these points. Another point I had already mentioned about bringing someone on that you love, know, and trust. That's very important. That's what makes this work. But that's it. Like I said, if you have any questions, just ask. Don't be afraid to join. Oh, I know what I was going to say is that, I know it's a lot of gossip and things out there, or you may even go and ask someone about this and say, well, what you think about this? This person had this going on, this gifting community. You know, people go by what they have heard in the past. I heard, oh, that's a scam, that's a scheme, that's a pyramid or whatever. You know, I've been in network marketing since 2011, and no matter what company that I join, and this here is not network marketing, this is just a gifting community, private, gifting to one another. But every network marketing company that I've been with, I've heard those same words. People will talk you out of anything. You'll even talk yourself out of it. It's good to do your research. It's good to read and analyze it. You know, it could be something like that if you're joining someone that's a scam and that's not real. But most of the people on this platform, you know me. You know, if you think you're going to join my board and I'm going to do something to hurt you or scam you, then, you know, you have the wrong thinking. You have to go by the person. And they say you should never join something like this without knowing the person. You know the person, because many people just jump in on somebody else's board. And I've heard of cases where people have been done in. But that's not my motive for creating this platform. I created it that we can be blessed during this pandemic and going through finances, needing monies to pay bills, and those things can be worked out here on this platform. I don't want you sitting back thinking, oh, I'm scared to get on, they're going to take my money. We're not here to take your money. We're here to help you. And I want you to have confidence when you join this board. You have to look at the leader of the board. I'm the leader. Now, if you think I'm a scam, then you should just dismiss yourself. Just dismiss yourself and opt out of being in the group. Because everyone on here that has joined, I know you and you know me and been knowing me over the years. I got family here and friends, co-workers. Every one of you know me. And you know of me. If you don't 100% know me, you know of me. And I'm not going to put something together to scam you that you feel like you got to be afraid of. I want you to remember that, because there's too many that's still in the group checking the posters out and haven't joined the board, you know, and the board has went from $500 to $60. So I'm just trying to figure out, which is not for me to figure it out. You know, are you going to come? I don't know your mindset. I don't know what you're thinking, but if you have questions, feel free to ask the questions. I didn't create this and bring you over here to scam you. None of this money that's flowing through this group from this site is going to me. It's going to the person that's in the senior position. You always gift that position until your turn comes. When your turn comes, you're going to receive the same benefits. And we all working together. I'm here to help all of us. I'm your team leader. I'm considered your team leader. I got in it first. I'm on the $100 board. I'm sharing everything I think I could share with you to help you along the way. But I want you to feel confident, trustworthy, that you trust me, that what I'm doing is good for all of us. So make an effort, because when you get on the board, your turn is going to come too. And you will need people under you, and you'll be waiting, and we all waiting. So this isn't something like a get rich quick something. You know, we get on here, we'll wait. I'm willing to wait because I want the right people on board. I'm not just going to put any and everybody on here. It's people that I know, people that want to be a part of what's happening here, and we're going to work together and make it happen. Okay. Well, that being said, that's going to be the end of this video. Now I'm finna work on the one on how you're going to receive these gifts from the $25 board all the way to the $3,000 board. I want a separate video for that, so you'll have a good understanding how you're going to receive these monies. I'll be happy. I done got started already receiving them, and I like it. And it's just on the $25 board. Just wait till the $100 and $500 board. It's going to get real sweet. We'll be real happy for Christmas and Thanksgiving too, if y'all hurry up and come on so we can make this happen. Because when you receive some monies from this, you're eager to talk about it. You feel confident to share it with someone. And that's what I want to create, a story, a good story. Okay? All right, you all take care for now. And I'm going to see how I can end this recording.